the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, guys. Thank you. There's cookies for you guys if you want. Thank you. Of course.
Good job, guys.
I'd like to call the April 22nd, 2025 regular Board of Education meeting to order at 7 p.m. Roll call.
Gwen Violet.
Here.
David Costa.
Here.
Stephanie Housh.
Here.
Jennifer Regola.
Here.
Steve Sebastian. Michelle Shaw. Josie Shattuck.
Here.
Four present.
Public participation during each regular and special open meeting of the board. Any person may comment to or ask questions of the board subject to reasonable established time constraints. The board listens to the comments and questions during public participation. The board's response to comments and questions is managed through policy 34330, not by the board during the public meeting. Seeing none, moving on. Administrative reports.
Are there any questions from the board? I have, and of course, they're back at. Lots of FOIA requests this month.
A lot of it related to the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but yes.
Of course not.
About staffing, are we gonna be okay for next school year?
Fine, okay.
And positions open a lot?
We currently have open positions. We're taking applications for a variety of roles. We need special education teachers. We need a psychologist. We need 4 paraprofessionals. That's it.
Psychologist and a half, really.
Okay.
We have a psychologist for elementary and an ECE part-time psychologist position.
Any other questions? Okay, moving on, may I have a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of job descriptions as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. May I have a motion to award the lowest responsible bidders for the 2025 Phase 2C addition and renovations?
So moved.
Discussion?
Yes, please. So as the board knows, we put out for bid 3 packages. Package number 1 was the site work. That would be for renovating the elementary parking lot, fixing the drainage issues that we have that are caused by our broken culverts on 176. Because it touches a state highway, you need IDOT authorization and a permit for that. It has been since November of 23, trying to get the permit from IDOT. We have a verbal approval from IDOT. We don't have the actual physical document yet. So we were apprehensive to put the bids out. Normally we put the bids out in December for a January, February open. We didn't put it out until March. So it was late getting to the marketplace, and we had 4 bidders for the site work. We had 1 bidder for the general trades package, which is the elementary gym renovation, and we had 0 bids for the electrical work that go with both packages. Well, without the electrical bid, you can't do the parking lot. And you can't take down the parking lot and take down the lighting and not be able to put it back up. Liability issue. So we kicked around a variety of things, looked at all possible options, including awarding the bid package and then using what's called a change order to go up to about 10% of the total bid for the electrical work. It's not enough money. So that's not gonna happen. Other option was to just do where our parking lot touches Route 176. So that package is going from 3 exits, entrances down to 2. My issue with that, it goes against something we talked about as a board 6 years ago when we started building projects. If we're going to make a renovation, make one that we don't have to go back later and tear out. If we fix the culverts, we're gonna have to go in because of the grading of it and not doing the rest of the parking lot. We're gonna have to do some work in the parking lot. We have to take it back out then redo it again later. I don't like wasting that kind of money. So the recommendation is to not do it at this point in time, and go back out for bid in December of 25 for a January 26th award for work again the following summer. IDOT has assured us that we can renew our permit once we have it. It's only good for 180 days. So it will expire before we go back out to bid and do it all over again. But we can't get an extension.
Can we go out to bid and not award the work to start until later, so the IDOT approval doesn't lapse?
Can you go to bid? So it will lapse, but they've assured us that if we apply for an extension of 6 months each time, we will get an extension on it, because it's already approved. As long as we're not changing the project, it'll get renewed.
But if we
Does that
did,
make sense?
That makes sense. I just get a little nervous when we're banking on a word of mouth extension.
It's
in writing, we have that in writing.
in the email from IDOT.
Okay.
They just haven't actually issued the physical permit yet.
Okay.
Which is why I was apprehensive to do it back in December, because we didn't even have a verbal.
Do we have work that has to be done to the parking lot to get us through next year then, if we're gonna push this?
We could, again, fill potholes, knowing that the next winter they're gonna be ripped out again by the snow and ice, or we could just let it go.
Well, it's just gonna be wear and tear on our vehicles.
oh, that,
Entrance 3 is horrible. Entrance 3, the one by the old bus exit down there is really bad. We patched that and patched it, but we can't patch it anymore. It's really rough. So we try to not go into that inside and out there at all. It's really bad.
now the buses don't go there, right?
The mini buses do.
For most of us.
The big buses probably do loop. Correct.
We're too short of a window now to put anything else out there or going
Yeah,
recruit to see if we can get somebody who can do electrical to bid on it.
well, we spoke to all the groups that have bid our projects in the past, and they all said, we're already full. Although we're having more openings in our plan, all of our crew, our electricians are already committed to other projects. Sorry,
Can we book them, I'm sorry, it's interesting, can we book them for the following year?
no, you have to do a bid project on that.
Oh, it's-
Yeah, you can't just, when it's that large a project, you can't just hire someone off the street and you have to go to bid on it.
Right, I'm just saying for the future.
Well, it would be a challenge for them to know for sure what their material cost is gonna be this time next year. They could take an estimate at it probably this winter. We estimate 5 to 7% a year on inflation for construction costs.
Right.
They'd be taking a risk if they did that. So it's a much easier risk to take when we do it in January or a June start.
So bidding now is too early.
Correct.
And if I recall from our last project, there is a shortage, or was at the time, of electricians.
So this. So the only one that's up for approval tonight was bid package 2, which is the renovation of the elementary gym. Even though it says 1.15 million, I'll tell you, it will be a little bit higher than that because the electrical package will be an add-on after the fact of less than 10%. It's about $40,000 on electrical for this year.
And we're not doing anything in the junior high with the scoreboard or anything in there, correct?
We've had that conversation with the athletic department, we're working on that too. Yeah, new scoreboards are under $20,000.
Any other questions? So roll call vote, please.
Josie Shattuck? Yes. Gwen Bielek?
Yes.
David Costa?
Yes.
Stephanie House?
Yes.
Jennifer Regola?
Yes.
Kashali Shaw?
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to award the food services contract with Organic Life LLC for the 2025-2026 school year?
So,
Second.
Discussion?
So the food service bid, it goes through ISB's format. it out. We sent to every bidder that has a contract in Illinois. We received a grand total of 1 bid, our current bidder, Organic Life. We were really surprised. Their bid is actually only 1 penny per unit higher than it is this year. But we had no other bids.
Any questions? And you do this every year then?
No, you can, food service project, you bid it out for once, and you can do renewals for 4 renewals for up to 5 years, but then you have to go bid out every 5 years for sure.
So every year. Okay.
Unless you get seriously unsatisfaction, you can go out to bid anytime you want to. But you have to follow the state of prescribed rules.
And there were some significant changes to what we were looking for this time, correct?
Correct.
In terms of quantity of freshness.
Quantity of freshness, identified from scratch cooking, identified on the menu, correct.
And you're gonna meet all
They have to, they want to renew it, if they don't. You need to reach a contract.
that? But do they understand?
We're understanding.
Oh,
I'm saying, will they give us any samplings beforehand or anything like that, just?
We've had that conversation as well, to have some, have a variety of those throughout the year of new sample items that come on,
Okay,
getting feedback, correct.
roll call vote, please.
Josie Shattuck,
Yes.
Gwen Violet,
Yes.
David Costa,
Yes.
Stephanie House,
yes,
Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Michelle Shaw.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes regular and executive session minutes from March 18, 2025, bills payable, treasurer's report, and quarterly financial and investment reports.
Moved. Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Gwen Violet,
Yes.
David Costa,
Yes.
Stephanie House,
yes,
Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Josie Shattuck,
Yes.
Michelle Shaw.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to approve resolution 2025-05 for the Regional Office of Education Safe Schools Intergovernmental Agreement?
So moved.
second,
Discussion. Same one every year.
Correct.
you just talk about it first, just so everybody knows.
The safe school, if you have a student that is in danger of being expelled from school, you have the option to send them to the safe school. Generally, it's for weapons, drugs, in general, and you pay on a per student tuition basis when you go there. It's just it is another opportunity for them to get education without being totally left at home or nothing. So we've sent twice, 2 students to the safe school in 8 years, something like that, not many.
Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
David Costa,
Yes.
Stephanie House,
Yes,
Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Josie Shattuck,
Yes.
Gwen Violet,
Yes.
Michelle Shaw.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to appoint Catherine Nelson as the school treasurer for 2025-2026 school year?
Second.
Discussion? Catherine Nelson's from D47 and serves as our school treasurer.
She has been the treasurer for the board for 4 years.
Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Stephanie House,
yes,
Jennifer Regolick,
Yes.
Josie Shattuck,
Yes.
Gwen Violet,
Yes.
David Costa,
Yes.
Michelle Shaw.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I have a motion to approve the transportation software contract with Tyler Technologies?
so moved,
Second.
Discussion.
So we've had the same software program for our transportation for a number of years, and they are eliminating it and requiring us to upgrade to a new program. We took a look at their new program, not great, didn't like it. We looked at other vendors that were out, we looked at 2 others in the industry that are the leaders. Tyler Tech is the one that has the best scores. It is the one that's getting a lot of popularity in the area, D47, D155, moving to that one next year as well. That is my recommendation to move to Tyler Technologies. That program will have GPS on all the buses and a parent app, so the parent can track the bus of the child to and from school. The turn-by-turn directions for new drivers, we have a lot of new drivers every year. So for us, I think it's gonna be a nice win, nice upgrade in our transportation.
Any
Any questions? So year one is at 58,000 and then 2 and 3 is.
Correct. Year 2 and 3 is 12,670. Correct. The Edgewater was our current provider. They were at 74,620 for that first year.
And they'll provide appropriate training and all that stuff.
Built into the contract, correct?
And then for the two, parents will also send out the appropriate training.
That's what I'm asking.
Correct. How to download the app, with how to add their child to it, and find, and look at that, yes, a lot to take care of in the summertime.
Questions? A roll call vote, please. Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Josie Shattuck.
Yes.
Gwen Bialik.
Yes.
David Costa.
Yes.
Stephanie House.
Yeah.
Kashali Shaw. Yes. Motion carries. May I have a motion to approve non-union salary adjustments for 2025-26?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Any questions? Seeing none, roll call vote please. Josie Shattuck.
Yes.
Gwen Bialik.
Yes.
David Costa.
Yes.
Stephanie House.
Yeah.
Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Kashali Shaw. Yes. Motion carries. Review of election results.
Yeah, so the April 1st election has now been finalized. The county clerk's office is required within 21 days, which is today, to certify that canvass. It came in at 4:10 this afternoon, so right before they closed today, which is what I expected. We had 3 folks that ran on the ballots, Rick Jenkins, Nicole Segura, Kristen Thacker. They were all elected by the voters. We had one write-in competition between Claire Barger and David Costa. David was the winner in that race as well. So those are your 4 new board members that are coming on for our 4-year term.
Certification of the April.
Did that right? Did that right?
Okay, may I have a motion to incorporate the names of the official winners of the April 1st, 2025 election into the official minutes of the Board of Education, Rebecca Jenkins, Nicole Segura, Kristen Thacker, and David Costa.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call vote please. Josie Shattuck.
Yes.
Gwen Bialik.
Yes.
David Costa.
Yes.
Stephanie House.
Yes.
Jennifer Regolick.
Yes.
Kashali Shaw. Yes. Motion carries.
So, I don't have much of a voice, but I do want to thank Gwen and Kashali and Steve for your combined years of service to the district, to the community, as board members, volunteering your time to come to these board meetings, to take action and lead and guide the district in a variety of areas. You guys have been a great sounding board for me over the years. Mr. Shaw, as the board president, we probably talk more than a lot of people do about a variety of things, but we have got a few gifts for you. Some of you have names on them somewhere.
Good and bad.
Thank you. Gift for Gwen.
Thank you.
Michelle. Unfortunately, Steve couldn't be either last week's meeting or tonight's meeting, but we will get Steve's gift to him. And before she leaves though, Mrs. Shaw was given a Distinguished Board Member Award from ISB. So before we see the board, if you take a couple of pictures, Gwen, Charlie, that'd be great. Together. Up front. That'd be great. Sure, of course.
All of you guys.
Where's my team?
Let's do it. Right here.
Right in front.
We do want you, Dr. Buell.
Nope, I'm
Yeah.
not on board.
Do you want me to take it for you, Jeff?
Man, I'm good, thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
But can I just say, I just wanna tell everybody, like, you know, and especially the new one, I've been around for 14 years, and it's been a journey, it goes ups and downs. But if you follow governance, things will be very good for you. And then just, you know, follow the rules, and that's what's that. So good luck to everybody, right? It does work out if you follow the rules.
Eventually, yes.
It does, you get less problems, so good luck, and it's been fun. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
May I have a motion to adjourn sign dine at 7:20 p.m.? Second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
She's out.
I'm gonna say this. I can take my name. Yes, I can take my name. I will see.
Just like that, done.
So what do you, when you do adjourn the sign, I'm just so that it's a sign.
That's next.
Oh, then don't worry. Come on, Gwen, let's go.
Chris going out?
Like, where are you going? Yeah.
I'll be at the cottage.
Okay, all right.
Per Illinois law, each newly elected board member must first take the oath of office before being seated. Board policy 280 outlines the required oath that will now be administered by the longest serving board member, Mrs. Hausch. Mrs. Jenkins and Mrs. Segura, if you would come forward. Mr. Costa, if you'll join them. Mrs. Hausch, you're up. Yeah, you guys are gonna do it in unison. Good luck.
What do I read this thing first? I will now administer the oath of office to the newly elected members of the Board of Education. Please recite the oath. I, Stephanie Downs, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of the Board of Education, Prairie Consolidated School District 46, in accordance with the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws of the State of Illinois, to the best of my ability. I further affirm that I shall respect taxpayers' interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets. I shall encourage and respect the free expression of my opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board, while respecting the privacy of students and employees. I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual, and decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting. And I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels. As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility of my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district. I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for the Prairie Consolidated School District 46. I shall assist in establishing a structure environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. I shall strive to ensure that the continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law. I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of our students and our community schools to advance the vision of the Prairie Grove Consolidated School District 46. And I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district with the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge,
citizenship, and responsibility.
Good job. Take one of the chairs. Illinois law requires each school board to hold an organizational meeting following the consolidated election held in odd numbered years. This is the Prairie Consolidated School District 46 organizational meeting. The first order of business for this board is to appoint a president pro tempore. The president pro tempore may be a board member or an executive administrator of the school district, and that person will be temporarily in charge of the meeting until the board elects a president. Once the president is elected, the president will preside over the remainder of the organizational meeting and at future board meetings. This appointment does not need a second. You are allowed to self-nominate. Board members, at this time, please appoint a president pro tempore.
We're nominating the president pro tempore right now.
President pro tempore, correct.
So is it easiest if you oversee this meeting?
That's totally up to you. You're the board, your decision.
We nominate John.
Thanks. This time, we'll call the roll.
Okay, on the sheet, we have David Costa,
Here.
Stephanie Hausch.
Here.
Rebecca Jenkins. Here. Jennifer Regolick.
Here.
Nicole Segura.
Here.
Is that close? Okay. Josie Shattuck.
Here.
Kristen Thacker. Quorum present.
The next order of business before the board is to elect a president. The board elects a president for a 2-year term. Anyone may make a nomination, including self-nominations. Nominations do not require a second. The election of a board officer requires a simple majority of those voting. This entire process must occur during the open meeting. Voting cannot be completed by secret ballot. Nominations are now open for the office of president.
I would nominate Josie Shattuck.
Are there any other nominations for president? Hearing none, nominations are now closed for president. I will direct the recording with only one person nominated. I will direct the recording secretary to cast unanimous ballot for Josie Shattuck as president. Josie, you got the president.
Thank you very much. The next order of business before the board is to elect a vice president. The board elects a vice president for a 2-year term. Anyone may make a nomination, including self-nominations. Nominations do not require a second. The election of a board officer requires a simple majority of those voting. This entire process must occur during an open meeting, and voting cannot be completed by secret ballot. Nominations are now open for the office of vice president.
Nominate Stephanie Hausch.
Are there any other nominations for vice president? All right, nominations are now closed for the office of vice president, and I would ask that our board secretary record that a unanimous ballot was cast for Stephanie Hausch, being the only candidate nominated for office of vice president. Stephanie, you are the vice president. The next order of business before the board is to elect a secretary. The board elects a secretary for a 2-year term. The secretary may be, but is not required to be, a board member. Anyone can make a nomination, including self-nominations. Nominations do not require a second. The election of a board officer requires a simple majority of those voting. This entire process must occur during an open meeting, and voting cannot be completed by secret ballot. Nominations are now open for the office of secretary.
I nominate Jonah.
Are there any other nominations for secretary? All right, seeing none, nominations are now closed for the office of secretary. With one person being nominated, I would direct the recording secretary to cast a unanimous ballot and declare that she, Jonah, is the secretary. May I have a motion to consider adopting a schedule of dates, times, and locations for regular school board meetings?
So the current practice of the previous boards has been on a variety of dates. For the first 6 years of my tenure as superintendent, we were on the second Tuesday of the month. The last board changed that to the third Tuesday of the month. I've given you multiple options to look at. We recommend not to do Fridays, Mondays through Thursdays, the second, third, or fourth week of the month, your decision.
And to clarify, when would this go into effect?
Next month.
Okay.
I'm good with say Tuesday. The third Tuesday.
Third Tuesday, staying the same. I'm also in favor of that.
So I'm not sure that I am, hold on. Pause, please.
Yeah.
The third Tuesday.
Mhm.
Yes, except for June 17th, which is work business, so I should be able to remote in, correct, John?
If there's a majority in person, yes.
Okay, yeah, the third Tuesday is good.
Any other?
So that's you have to vote on this.
Right.
Need a motion in a second.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you.
For the third Tuesday, executive session is 6, open session is 7 in the junior high cafe. Correct?
Yes.
Roll call. David Costa,
Yes.
Stephanie House,
Yes.
Rebecca Jenkins.
Yes.
Jennifer Regoli.
Yes.
Nicole Segura.
Yes.
Josie Shaddix.
Yes.
Motion carries.
So I'll just go on to the last one. So under small report here, you don't have to take actions on the committees. In the past, the board policy indicates that the board has standing committees and committees. We've not used committees, been doing committee of the whole for a number of years. But with 3 new board members going on this time, again, it's a board decision. If you want to do committees, we've had several superintendent committees that may have board member participation, but are not board committees. Board policy indicates that the board committees are policy, finance, curriculum technology, community government relations, and building grounds. Again, we've been doing those as a committee of the whole for a number of years, but it's your decision. And policy states that the board president makes that decision, makes all the board appointments and committees if they so choose. So if you want to do that, you need to let Mrs. Shadid know, and you guys can do that at the next board meeting. Okay? You will probably want a finance committee at some point during the year. If we'll be bargaining the contract with the PGTA, and June, that is the finance committee that does that. So just FYI for the board. So to be thinking about for next year. So everyone loves bargaining. Just kidding.
All right, may I have a motion to adjourn at 7:33 PM?
So move.
Second.
All right, Rizzo?
Aye.
Aye.